what the chicken said to the alligator. Oh, hi. The interesting thing is that many people say is that the eyes go right in the middle of the head, and when you first look at that, it might not seem true, because you might think that your head ends here and here, and your eyes obviously don't meet in the middle. If anything, your nose is the center. But what you have to remember is that your hair, like, it is easy to forget that your hair, it's not like your head ends here and your hair just grows on top of it. Your hair takes up a bit less space than that. It's not like all of this is just a big fluff of hair. It's like they start at the top and then they just grow their way down like vines on an old house. I think they grow their way up, I don't know, but like, the point is that like, if you actually take your hand and you feel it, you realize that the top of your head, or at least for my head, is actually all the way up here. So it actually goes all the way from here. Your head is actually a lot bigger than you think it is, and in this case, your eyes do actually meet in the middle. I do have a lot of hair, don't I? Okay, I need a haircut. Yeah, definitely need a haircut. Now where'd the hair go this time? Hey, what's up guys? It's her. I'm my favorite YouTuber here. Sorry if I don't look so refreshed. I just kind of woke up from a nap, because it was getting 4, I can't remember. It was some time in the afternoon, and I still had to film this 5-parter, this Doctor Who 5-parter. So I took a nap, because when I take a nap, then that lets me stay up later. I know, according to the math, it makes sense. Like, I nap during the day, therefore, those hours I normally spend sleeping can be spent staying awake. But for some reason, I don't know, I just feel like I can stay up later. I don't know. Sorry if I don't feel so fright. But anyway, so, time to review Doctor Who, The Dominators. Let's go. Yes, and an actual DVD this time. Yeah, you remember those? You remember when that used to exist? Fine, there you go. What the heck is this? Business reply mail? Again, like I said with my Ice Warriors review, you know how, like, sometimes, like, I don't know why, probably other people don't do this, but, like, I assign every Doctor Who episode with a color, and for the Dominators it's normally purple, because that's the main color of the DVD there, but the DVD itself is blue. I don't know. Okay, I did just have that freaking, here we go. I did have that 40-minute long video review and what? Oh, I edited it down to 30? Good for me. Advertisement for Doctor Who Series 5 again. There. And welcome to this DVD from BBC Video, which you have either bought, borrowed, or stolen. I kid you not, I have, like, memorized this entire script for this commercial. Patrick Troughton, because I remember something from his backstory, but look at how many people are named Patrick Troughton. And they're all, well, except for that guy, but they're all basically actors. I find it odd when people, like, say it like that, like, an actor, like, the ability to act, and I'm just like, why are you saying act, like you have something caught in your throat? And by the way, we're back to, like, fully surviving stories, so it's gonna go to, like, showing as little footage as possible, and why is it like, anyway, so, I remember, on the Wikipedia page, anyway, but, it says, like, the death of Patrick Troughton, and this has been here for, like, as long as I've been looking at it, so I'm assuming that is true, or no one has any proof otherwise, but, like, apparently Patrick Troughton was looking forward to a belated birthday celebration which was planned for Saturday evening, as well as screenings of all of the surviving complete Doctor Who stories, including The Dominators. Now, I remember, when I first read this, it just said that he was going to go watch The Dominators, and I was like, why The Dominators? But then I realized, oh, it was the first fully surviving story of that time, because, like, nowadays the only well, as of July 2018, the only stories that are fully surviving other than the Dominators are the Tomb of the Cybermen, which wasn't discovered until 1991, and the Enemy of the World, which wasn't discovered until much more recently in 2013. But, like, even if you wanted to see, like, some of the other old episodes, they were really hard to find at that time. This is, like, in the 1980s. It's not like nowadays, where you want to watch an old episode of Doctor Who, you can go onto the internet and watch for free, best case scenario, or you have to order it off Amazon, wait a week, worst case scenario. But, like, back in the 1980s, it'd be really hard to find something. Nowadays, any piece of footage you can basically find as long as someone has found it, except for, like, the lost Doctor Who episodes, because no one knows where they are. But back in the 1980s, like, you have to actually, like, go to the store and look in the VHSs to see if they have the one that you want, and then go back home. I know, super complicated process, eh? But the missing individual episodes, like, those were eventually, like, put onto VHS through the means of the Hartnell years, the Troughton years, Pertwee years, Tom Baker years, Colin Baker years, Daleks the early years, Simon the early years, and the missing years. But, like, those even weren't released until the 90s, and Patrick Troughton died in 1987, I think. It says Troughton suffered a final heart attack at 7:25 a.m. the next day just after ordering his breakfast from the hotel staff. According to the parademics who were called, Troughton died instantly. Did he, like, just fall dead in the middle of ordering his breakfast? I don't know. Well, rest in peace, Patrick Troughton. Diddling, 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 diddling. Another episode of Space? Didn't we just have a story in space? Oh wait, another reminder of the Wheel in Space. Can only mean one thing. The BBC designed it this way this whole time to remind me that I forgot to mention that the Wheel in Space is actually the end of season 5 of classic Doctor Who. I forgot to mention that in my last review, but it was already really long anyway. But anyway, so I remember telling Grandma and Grandpa that when they said that they were done the Wheel in Space, and I was like, you guys are actually done season 5, and Grandpa was all like, season 5, wow! Guys come out with their space floaties and are like, this isn't a space beach, this has too much radiation. What, you can't skip episodes, mate, you can't skip to episode 4. I know I already mentioned that but when I saw the guy in the elevator just come out and then stand still and then start walking, it reminded me of Doctor Who the Web Planet, when there was that scene where Ian and the butterfly person, I can't remember the name of them, and they were just like, the shot, like it showed them, and Ian's just like this. So it's like the director was like, action, and then Ian's like, it's like in the actual story timeline, why was he like this? And I just started walking like this. But meanwhile, there's this other race of people who I'm assuming are humans. If they're not humans, they are humans. Whatever, they're human. Like, I'd accept them not being humans if this was like back in the early First Doctor era with like the Keys of Marinus stories, when they didn't really have enough budget to make them look alien. Like even the guy with the space floaties, I'll give them a pass if they might be an alien, because at least they look different, but these just look like people wearing different clothes. But anyway, so they, like, land there, and they, like, land on the Island of Death, what a wonderful name, that they're going to for some reason, for fun, I guess, and then they're just like, well, we don't know if that's what, you might just be putting pictures on the windows, but really, those are really crappy windows, like, it's literally just a scanner, there's not even window, like, in a futuristic spaceship, I think that there'd be at least a decent window, but like, and they're just like, sorry, but we can't let you out without the space floaties, but then they're just like, so how do we know, we could just be floating in space, you could just be showing pictures, but then it shows them crashing, and it's like, oh, never mind. They're like, okay, well, we're definitely here, and then they're like, well, there says there's no radiation, so see ya. And it's like, wait, there will be no refunds. No refunds if you get yourself wait, they haven't even paid me yet. And then they see other people, and they're just like, oh, they might just be students. That makes me think, because I heard that apparently the monsters in this episode are played by school children. I like how in the 60s they just refer to them as school children. It's one way to classify them. I like how when the Doctor, Jamie, and Zoe emerge. Oh, and I guess we're just in that, like, Zoe was just shown the picture of the Daleks, I guess, and I guess what happened was Zoe saw that clip of the Daleks, and then the Doctor just like, so, do you still want to come with us? And she's like, well, yeah, and no more dangerous than what we just experienced, and the Doctor's like, oh, well, let's settle, let's go. But anyway, so they land on this beach, and the Doctor gets ready with his beach ball and fisher net, and then Zoe just says, there won't be any Cybermen or Daleks, will there be? Which is kind of ironic, because the Cybermen and the Daleks are seen as, like, the two big main enemies of Doctor Who, at least nowadays. Mainly there's, like, 4 big baddies, Daleks, Cybermen, Master, and Weeping Angels. But as of now, there's just Cybermen and Daleks. The only reference to the Master was in the Abominable Snowmen, and they weren't referring to the Master, they were referring to the Master in the story. But, like, it's kind of funny how the only monsters that Zoe has seen as the Cybermen and the Daleks. Really, only the Cybermen, though, because the Daleks was just that clip. Beach balls used to look like back in the day? They look basically the same, but that one looks a little bit... But you said, hey, look at that, and you pointed to a building that was just a few feet from you? So the Doctor reveals that they're in a broken-down war museum, and the music's all like, da-da, but, like, there are war museums, like, here on Earth. And then Jamie picks up one of the laser guns, and the Doctor's like, that's a laser gun, you can't function it, but I don't think they would have a fully functioning gun in a war, but this isn't Earth, I don't know. And then again, they see these people, I mean, they look like super injuries, and Zoe suggesting that they're dummies, and the Doctor's like, nah. But again, the music just goes, it's on a music track today. So they're captured by people in, like, radioactive suits, which is like, I was expecting space floaties. But anyway, and they go through this room full of smoke that was apparently a contaminator with also a contamination detector, because I guess the contamination has to go somewhere. Do they dump it? Where would they dump it? I don't know. But anyway, and then they're just like, there's no contamination on you, it's odd. And I'm just surprised with how calm they're being. Like, they don't even know if these guys are human, and the Doctor isn't human. But, and the Doctor's like, why on Dunkus? They got law and war ages ago. Which makes me kind of sad, because it's been like, what, like, 50 years, yeah, because it's like, this was made in like 1968, and this is 2018, so it's been 50 years since this story came out, and there's still wars going on in the universe, and it just makes you wonder, because why do people have it, what it's in them to fight, like, you know, like, I want some, you know, I don't have the slightest desire to fight anyone, like, you know how there are people on Earth who, like, just have, like, in their genes to, like, fight them, which is why I'm okay with shooting games, assuming that it doesn't mean that you're violent in real life, because I remember once I was watching a show with my dad, and it was mentioning how shooting games are good because they can help you improve the skills that you get in the game, and then Dad lost his stuff, and was just like, say shooting games will make you more violent, and I was like, that's not what he said, and he's like, yeah, that's exactly what he just said, and then I'm just like, no, he's like, yes boy, rewind it, see, I told you, but like, I don't think the person meant that it'll help you make you more violent. I think it means that it'll like help you with strategy and like aim and stuff like that. But like, again, like, I'd rather see people get their need to be violent out in video games rather than in real life. But I don't have the slightest desire to play a shooting game because I don't have the slightest desire to be violent. And sometimes I'm wondering if that's like evolution, making humans no longer have the violent genes, because now in a big civilization like here, we don't really need those genes anymore. And okay, I might have used the words evolved and superior to describe those genes. And then the next thing I knew, I was trying to figure out how the manual for my camera battery universal charger thing worked. And they're just like, well, if you're such a superior evolved being, don't you think that you should be able to stop? And I was like, I didn't mean to touch a nerve, guys. I really didn't. Okay, anyway, but the Doctor brings all comedy back into the situation when he's mentioning how his beautiful coat and beautiful pants or trousers are covered in smoke. So the Doctor is asking questions like, I thought that war had been abolished here, despite the fact that he doesn't even know if they went, like, back in time to before war had been abolished there, because he forgot that the TARDIS is also a time machine, despite the fact that he claims that they are from a different planet and a different time. And then the Dunkians, I don't know the name of the species. No, wait, I thought they were humans. I'm just gonna call them humans. I don't know. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I mean, like, sure, maybe he programmed the TARDIS to bring them there, but at this point in the Doctor's timeline, he can't control where the TARDIS goes. I mean, really, he can never control that, but, like, and then there's this part where this woman is asked, like, why don't you explain it to them, because she was a student, or pupil, as they call it, which is another word for student there. And she's, like, saying these things, I'm forgetting some of them, and the guy's, like, giving him the next line, and I can't help but wonder, like, was the woman just really bad at remembering her lines here, so this guy was responsible for, like, saying the lines if she forgot the next part? Like, was she told, like, just fumble the line here and there? Was she told exactly when to fumble a line? Because hard enough to remember a line, never mind when to fumble it. Ooh, what's that? Wait, what, is the TARDIS taking off or something? Oh no, he's just running. Oh, it's the guys with the space floaties. So the guys with the space floaties look at the TARDIS and they're all just like, this is a weird, box like a prison. And I was like, should I ask the Quarks to destroy it? And they're just like, it's not interfering with our work, it'd be a waste to destroy it. I see the logic in there, but at the same time it could have been a bomb for all that you know. And then, but also, maybe we'll see it later in the story, but I want to see the Quarks try and destroy the TARDIS and just watch them epically fail. I'm surprised they didn't do it. When he was just like, should I ask the Quarks to destroy it?
Okay that I'm kind of loving this? Yes enough.
I'm not used to their voices being so different than from the TV show. I can't believe it takes place in the same timeline. Huh. I'm at 211,000 views. I wrote a video that I want to upload at some point, like, truly, like, thanking you guys. But, like, honestly, thank you guys. Like, this really brightens up my day, and, like any subscriber that I gain or lose, I do notice it, and I just get sad or happy from it. And, like, you guys just watching my videos, like, you guys are, like, taking the time, and, like, you guys trust me to entertain you guys in your spare time, and like, you know, like, I was hoping that, like, with this Doctor Who thing, like, you know, it's kind of, like, cool, because it's like, you don't have to watch Old Who by yourself, and if you don't have anyone who would want to watch Old Who with you, we can watch it together. But also, like, that's amazing that you guys are actually watching me, and, like, YouTube just doesn't understand. They're just like, get 1,000 subscribers and 400 watch hours to get monetized again, and, like, but you don't treat subscribers like numbers, because they're not. They're individual people that trust the YouTuber with their spare time to entertain them. I just answered one of my questions about, like, why they weren't surprised. That's just like, there's no point in contemplating fantasy in the face of reality. You are here, that is a fact. Which is very nice, but I used to always wonder, like, if I was just walking down the steps, and then if I saw, like, some random guy in my kitchen, like, robbing my house, or just being in there, like, I always wondered, like, what would my reaction be? Would I, like, grab, like, a weapon and be like, or would I be, like, scared? Or would I not even react at all, and I'd be like, what's up? You know I have to call the cops now, right? Well, if those are feet, then they have their feet very close together, so they obviously don't walk very fast. Why didn't the quality just change again? Reminds me of that show Wild Kratts, where just like, are you thinking what I think you're thinking? I'm not sure if I'm thinking what I think you're thinking. It depends on what you think I'm thinking, you're thinking. What the? It's good thing we have the subtitles. I have no idea what they would be saying. You don't have to say it twice. Oh, okay, cliffhanger for part 1, I guess. On to part 2. I can't help but wonder what Patrick Troughton would be like in real life. Would be like, well, how he was in real life. Like, I'm assuming he wasn't like a mean old grandpa. Like, judging by the stories of how he acted, like, he had like friendships with Jamie and he like teased some of the other actors and played tricks on them, but it sounded like a pretty playful guy. Like, if he was a jerk, then he's done a very good job at acting like a good guy. If he's a good guy, he's doing a very good job at acting like a sci-fi good guy. I don't know. Here's my question. Why aren't the pictures on the menu show episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Like, they normally always show that in the picture. They take whatever picture was showing to say episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then would show that, but this they're not. I don't know, who knows? Okay, on episode 2. They show this as the picture. You can tell the special effects are getting better. Also, why did they get taken in by the cord? Like, couldn't they have just ran? I guess I could have said that we will destroy you if you run. But anyway, like, the special effects, don't get me wrong, they're still crap. But they're getting better. It shows like Jamie like being pinned against a wall, and then to show him lying horizontally because they didn't have enough in the budget to actually create a platform that could tilt horizontally. So instead of getting like a couple of guys to like tilt it, which of course wouldn't be steady movement and it would look even more crap, they instead just show Jamie against the wall like this, and then like tilt the camera to make it look like it's going horizontally, and then show the feet like rising up like boop, so it shows like it's horizontal. I don't think these guys have said a single nice thing to each other this entire time. So Jamie starts asking the questions that the viewer's wondering, like, what are they doing exactly? Toaster strudel. I also got a milkshake. It's been a while since I had one of these milkshakes, like just regular kitchen-made milkshakes. Okay, anyway, and Jamie's asking, like, what's going on? And the dog's like, I heard them mention intelligence a few times. And Jamie's like, so they're gonna find out how clever we are. Like, that's probably what the viewer's thinking, too. He's probably gonna think, oh, they're gonna find out how clever they are, or at least how clever the doctor is. But, like, it's kind of arrogant when you just say it by yourself. Pop quiz. So, I just had a drop of milkshake on my shirt right here, as they're, like, dripped off, but there's no trace of a milkshake drop coming through, so I had to come through. Through the straw. I sucked it up, and it just dripped everything. Oh, wait. So the guy is why can't I be treated as an individual, not as the son as the director of the record? Nice, but yeah. I just okay. Can we just all agree that many feminists are difficult to work with? Because let's face it, feminism isn't about making equal rights. It's about making the men feel like crap. And what I absolutely hate is when I ask, like, why are women treated like the dominant sex now? Like you hit a man and you won't be in nearly as enough trouble as if you hit a woman. And, like, if a woman gets raped and blames the guy, then that guy's going to jail. Doesn't even matter if the guy didn't even rape her. If the woman says that man raped me, he's probably going to jail. But if a man claims that he got raped by a woman, he's laughed at. So, yeah. Fight me. Say that men are the dominant gender now. But, like, I would tell people that, and they were just like, well, women were oppressed a lot back in the day. To which case, I'm just like, okay, but I did nothing. Like, the ancestors, blame the ancestors for that. And sorry that most of them are dead, but that doesn't really, that doesn't mean that you can get your feeling of revenge out on the descendants of the people who did the bad, because the descendants did nothing. Them being the descendant of someone who did something wrong has literally nothing to do with their well-being. You can only judge them by their individuality. It's always a tense feeling when you're eating toasted strudel and then the icing falls but it lands right on your hand. And it's like, gotta be more careful. But anyway, so the doctor is not sure, like, so are they testing to see if they're really smart? And they'll kill them if they're smart because then they're a threat, or they'll kill them if they're stupid because that means that they're useless? Well, I mean, if they're stupid, then they could be turned to robots. So, just act like an idiot. So he's presented in this puzzle, and it's like, put the shapes in the correct holes. You know, it's like, just put the star shape in the star hole, put the square shape in the square, and the doctor pretends like he doesn't know anything. I like when the doctor's like, an intelligent enemy is much more dangerous than a non-intelligent one. And back in the 60s, they must have been like, oh, wise words, doctor, but now it's like, sci-fi 101. It's like, just act stupid. Do you think you can manage that? Why is the doctor insulting Jamie? Jamie's so loyal to him. The doctor should not be mean. But anyway, so the doctor's like, oh, and Jamie's like, oh, I. But no, he's still saying I. Like, I is yes, and I is I'll do that, and I is oh brother. But anyway, so they're put into a second test where they're sitting in seats, and then the floor around them is electrified, and they're told to, like, get off, and there is a way, find it. And they act stupid like they don't know the answer. Is it just, like, jump over it? I'm trying to find more information. I don't really know. Yeah, okay, I know the goal is to act stupid, but this is kind of ridiculous. You look like a Looney Tunes character. So the Doctor and Jamie are seen as useless idiots and just are set free. And the Doctor and Jamie start acting smart again. But I'm surprised the Doctor, they could have just done a lie like, any cameras? Because they could just be busting me like, we knew that you were smart, you thought that we were stupid, eh? But anyway, I can't remember what they're calling. I'm just gonna call him the guy in the space floaty. Says like, quarks, destroy, destroy. And then they start just blowing up the ship that Zoe and the other guy who I don't know the name of already. But we know they're gonna get out. We know the guy's safe because he's with Zoe, and Zoe is a main cast member. Actually, maybe the guy's gonna die and Zoe's gonna get out. Oh no, it's gonna be fine. On episode 3. It's cliffhanger for episode 2. Daddling, 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 daddling.
Send someone to the island to confirm what we've told you. Yes, and while they're away, we can be thinking out some plan to tackle those Dominators. These Dominators? They let you go free. Why should we fear them? Because they are aggressive.
Also, they thought that you were idiots.
Don't expect them to think and act as you do. They're aliens from another world. So are you, Doctor? Oh dear, you got me there. Oh, for heaven's sake! Look, are you going to send someone to the
Also, you've proven yourself to be nice. This is kind of like a serious, I guess it's a comedy. I don't know.
Suppose you know what you're doing. This contraption's holding back on that survey place, right? There's a quark there waiting for us.
Huh, maybe you could treat Jamie's unknowledgeableness with more respect now, Doctor. I don't really get the whole intelligence thing. Once my grandpa told me, like, there's a difference between being intelligent and being knowledgeable. For example, if you were never told about World War II, for example, if you were never taught about that, then that doesn't mean that you're not smart, the fact that you don't know it. It just means that no one ever told you about it. It has nothing to do with your intelligence. I remember in Planet of the Apes, really, like, the whole, like, thing was like, oh, apes as smart as humans for films 3, 4, and 5, or, oh, humans as smart as apes for film 1 and 2. But, like, the only way that they could really determine if they were as smart as a human was if they could speak or not. But, like, if an ape actually got the intelligence of a human, what could it actually accomplish? Because its vocal cords wouldn't change, like, they wouldn't be able to speak. But, like, I guess, I don't really know.
Hey, have you got Doctor something?
Maybe pretend to be an idiot, maybe, these guys are fighting almost as much as the guys with the space floaties. So, like, Zoe and the other guy are alive, and the guys, I'm just gonna call them the Dominators. No, I like the guys with the space floaties. I like calling them that. But anyway, so they're just like, oh, okay. Well, what we're gonna do is just make them keep on working until they've exhausted themselves to the point of collapse. Record the time of collapse and then bring them to me. What the heck? Wait, how are the core? But like, bring them. But if they work to the point of collapse and they have no energy, like the guy with the space floaty would be able to lift them. Like, how would the corpse be able to move them? I don't know. Like to the point of exhaustion. To the point of, like, shit. So they all pretend to collapse, and then another guy manages to get away and tries to shoot a corpse, but Jamie's like, hey, careful, there are people out there. And he's like, Jamie, I was trying to shoot the corpse, now I missed my chance. Other people are in the way. Next, Jamie. And Jamie's like, oh, sorry, I've been acting like an idiot for a bit, so it's kind of leaked into my real actions. Jamie returns the favor by firing at the cork himself. Whoa! How odd, I thought the cliffhanger was going to be Cully being collapsed, and I was like, oh, a non-main cast member for a changing. Oh. I guess Jamie was here too. Okay, that is basically the cliffhanger. So the corpse are all just like, BAM! And Jamie and Cully are like, whoa! And then on to 4. Daddling, 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 daddling.
Well, actually, now I come to think of it, if you were to take out one of the scenes, a quark might fit inside.
Careful, Doctor, you don't want to sound too smart. Well, shot, it would have sucked if they lost the footage and they had to redo it. Oh, wait. They never everything was always one take. What, we don't even get to see the destruction of the quark? I have a signal that another quark has been destroyed, and if I was reviewing this in the 60s, I would say, as if they could create a technology with that, but like, no, it would be pretty easy to create a piece of technology that could tell you if a machine has been destroyed. So it's not like track pieces of technology. But anyway, and the dog's like, there's only one person headstrong enough to destroy a quark. Jamie! It's probably like the one, he actually complimented Jamie. It was too bad it was behind his back. Yeah, so the guy in the space floaty is just like, who destroyed the quark? Oh, the other stupid boy. I don't think that you can really be classified as stupid if you destroyed a quark. I could have been, I don't know. But anyway, so he gets all the guys, like the Doctor, Zoe, and the other people, and says like, you'll all die one by one until you tell me. Because that's an interesting thing. That's something that I put in my stories. But I'm like, people say like, oh, tell me or I'll kill you. But then like, you know, that's like, well, if you kill me, then you'll never find out. And then, you know, again, like, if you hold someone as hostage and you're like, tell me or I kill this person, that's like, well, again, like, if you kill that person, the only thing that you'll have left is to kill me, and then you'll never find out. But then, if there's, like, a supervillain, who, like, then there's tons of people on the planet, and they can just say, like, I'll kill this hostage, and then I'll kill another one, and then I'll kill another one, and I'm just gonna keep on killing more until you tell me. But anyway, so, Hero guy stands in front of the way and then takes in the bullet, but then he wanders off and just collapses to the floor and dies. I personally don't see why he just kept on standing in front, because, like, he was able to, like, walk and stuff, I don't know, just, like, at least, like, try to, like, just take in more bullets. And anyway, so he's just like, tell me where he is, doctor, or you're gonna die, and then the doctor's just like, cliffhanger. So, end of episode 4, on to episode 5. I think this was a 6-parter, but then they edited it down to 5. Daddling, 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 daddling. Luckily, the other guy in the space floaty comes by, and the two start arguing like an old married couple, essentially saving the doctor. Meanwhile, Jimmy and Chloe are still, like, destroying quarks. It's funny, because, like, it's fun to think about if an alien invasion happened, and, like, robots are still just robots, and you can destroy them easily. But, like, many people think that if an alien invasion did come down, then the aliens would be, like, tons of years advanced than us, and we probably wouldn't even stand a chance. It's as if, like, you know, like, if, like, a whole bunch of ants, like, we, like, enslave, say, I don't know, let's say if we enslaved ants, the ants wouldn't even stand a chance. They probably wouldn't even be aware that they were being enslaved. So, like imagine imagine us, like, being taken in by some sort of species tons of years advanced than us. Well, you think about it at the same time, the chance isn't really high. And, like, plus, why wouldn't then they invade already? Unless, if they were planning to invade, then why not do it now while we're still evolving? Or do they want, like, a challenge? Or do they want to, like, wait for us to be evolved and then, like, say, hey, let's test you now? But, like, I don't know, but, like, you know, like, the universe has only been around for 14 billion years, and, like, exponential growth and evolution. Like, you know how, like, we invented the light bulb, we invented the telephone, and cell phone, computer, laptop, but like, so, for aliens, like, they, like, for all we know, we could be the most advanced species in the universe until we're proven otherwise. So maybe treat Jamie with more respect now that he's doing this kind of stuff. I hate it, though, when you have to prove yourself. Like, you should just be able to treat... Oh, what are the chances of that happening? Ah, so Star Wars ripped off Doctor Who, I see. I find it funny how... It's kind of funny how Zoe asked, because she didn't understand what was going on inside Jamie. They're not trusting Jamie. It's so simple, only you could have thought of it. Are you serious, Doctor? That knocks you down on my favorite doctors list, Doctor. Oh, believe me. It's much more than just a screwdriver. Subtitles like this, ...
Continue working.
I felt a little bit of character growth there. Oh, the doctor just staggering through with the bomb. Because he couldn't dewire it because it was completely sealed, so he's running over to the guys with the space floaty spaceship who are about to leave the planet so they can get the bomb off the planet. So the doctor's always like, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine, and then Jamie's like, yeah, but this place is gonna be covered in lava and we're still on the island, and then the doctor did like, oh my goodness, and then that started like a whole bunch of memes. We missed the bus. Doctor, we forgot to do our homework. And that's the end. No goodbye to the other people or nothing? Okay, whatever, okay. Well, yeah, darlings, whatever. It's kind of average. Apparently the reception wasn't that good. They considered a dull story for the start of season 6. I thought it was alright. But anyway, so, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you did, please leave a like. So I really enjoyed it. If you did like, please leave a dislike. So I really didn't enjoy it. If you kind of like it, I don't know why I consider this get some motivation encouragement. If you didn't like, please leave a comment below saying why I do like to get it so that I can improve next time. Otherwise, we won't be able to improve. And just gonna treat it as a for like and subscribe so you know my next video comes out. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time. Review story number 45. The Mind Robber. Bye bye. Hey there, I'm just here just to make some fun points that I didn't actually make in my review because I'm filming this tomorrow. But, so, number one, they did a scan on Jamie's body and said, like, 1 heart, and I was actually thinking this, but it's backed up by Stuart's review stuff, when he says, it's a good thing that they didn't do a scan on the doctor's body, because they probably would have said that he had 1 heart as well, because the 2 hearts thing wasn't here, so, as a future Doctor Who fan, seeing them say 1 heart would be, like, nails on a chalkboard for us. Also, apparently the writer of this story, Norman Ashby, or Ashby, doesn't actually exist. It was actually filmed by the guys who written the 2 Yeti stories. They've almost known in the Web of Fear, but they didn't want their names on the story for some reason. And I thought so. When I saw written by Norman Ashby, I was just sitting there like, something doesn't seem right about that name. But anyway, and then also, like, some people from, like, BuzzFeed apparently get upset when we don't notice that there aren't any black actors. So I originally wasn't just gonna mention it, but, like, yep, there are no black actors. Hey, I'm just here just to make some final points that I didn't think of making on the actual story.